The same day repeated for 1,000 years. 1 hour later, Wale said, "Bebe, bring Mr. Wu over for dinner." The food sparkled in beauty, and some cigarette butts were in the ashtray. Wu Chen said, "Miss Hua, you are quite skilled in the kitchen. You have worked hard." Hua Bei said, "Sis, Mr. Wu just suggested an innovative product idea to me, and I think it is really good." Wu Chen added, "But one of the materials is very rare, and it would require you, Miss Hua, to travel to Lingnan to negotiate with the supplier." Wale responded, "Eh? Oh, okay, all right." 1 hour later, Wu Chen finished taking a shower and said, "Darling, I did something, and I hope you will not be mad, all right?" Li Ruobing turned around and said, "Who is the woman that is pregnant?" Wu Chen hugged her tightly and said, "What are you talking about? How could that be? I gave you barely a proposal, and if all goes well, they should be able to expand quickly." Li Ruobing said, "Oh, it is not what I thought. In that case, there is no need for you to report something like this to me, darling. Having a strong competitor chasing from behind, even if they surpass me, I would still be happy. After all, if I am the only one standing at the top, this industry would be too boring." Wu Chen smelled the mountains in front of him and said, "I love this side of you so much, darling. Let me truly have you a few times." As Li Ruobing felt something small behind her, she said, "You naughty, naughty." The next day a lady approached Wu Chen and said, "Mr. Wu, I am a representative of the H-City Nanshang Golden Silk Silkworm Breeding Cooperative. The president is out of contact for some reason, so I will be meeting with you instead. I am afraid we will not be able to discuss the matter you came for today." Wu Chen said, "What happened?" "I was still in contact with President Miao last night." The lady replied, "So was I, but after that he went missing." "Mr. Wu, why do you and your companion not head back for now? Once we locate Mr. Miao, we will contact you, and the cooperative will cover your flight expenses." Wu Chen said, "No need to be so formal. From what I know of President Miao, he is a punctual and trustworthy person. Since we are already here, I will go with you to the cooperative and take a look." Half an hour later, President Miao's wife said, "President Miao came home yesterday, but was picked up by a car shortly after. There has been no word from him since. The police cannot search for him yet, since it has not been 24 hours, and I am worried sick." Wu Chen said, "Do not worry, Mrs. Whenever someone interacts with others, they always leave behind clues. I have some connections. I will give it a try." Ah Huang messaged, "I, Wu Chen, found him. He is at an abandoned factory on the outskirts of H-City. I will send you the location." Wu Chen said, "Miss Hua, you stay with this lady for the night. I will go bring President Miao back." Wale said, "Can I come with you, Mr. Wu? Maybe I can help?" Wu Chen replied, "Wait for me. It should not take long." Wale said, "All right, be careful." In a different scene, President Miao was being beaten up. Lost Uncle Ding said, "Miao, do not push it. Today you will sell the cooperative, whether you want to or not." President Miao replied, "Boss, the price you are offering is really too low." Lost Uncle Ding said, "I am offering you 6 million. Do not force me to play dirty, or you will end up selling it for nothing." He slapped President Miao hard. President Miao spat on the ground and shouted, "No, no, boss." Lost Uncle Ding continued, "What did we agree on before? Were you not supposed to sell all the silk and cocoons to me? Now you are telling me someone else is offering a higher price? If they want to negotiate, they need to talk to me directly. Trying to pull a fast one behind my back? Nobody gets to play, then." Suddenly, Wu Chen kicked the door open. He said, "I advise you not to lay a finger on President Miao." Lost Uncle Ding asked, "Who are you? How dare you meddle in my business? Get him." A man in a tank top punched Wu Chen and shouted, "Ha!" Wu Chen kicked a man, sending him flying. Then he delivered an uppercut to another, launching him into the concrete ceiling. A man muttered to himself, What kind of monstrous strength is this? Who is this guy?" Wu Chen turned to President Miao. "President Miao, I will handle the cooperative's matters. You take a rest." He untied him. Wu Chen added, "On my way here, I learned everything about you. Let us have a talk." Lost Uncle Ding scoffed. "Talk? What could you possibly have to discuss with me?" Wu Chen sat down and said, "You have worked hard and now own several factories worth tens of millions. By normal standards, you are quite successful." Lost Uncle Ding snapped. "Normal? What do you know?" Wu Chen replied, "You are certainly not an ordinary person. As I said, I have found out everything about you, including your background and the family you are reluctant to mention. You are a direct descendant of the Ding family. Your grandfather and Ding Ruilong's great-grandfather were from the same lineage. By that logic, Ding Ruilong should call you uncle." Lost Uncle Ding began sweating and said, How did you find out? As his head throbbed, Wu Chen stared at him seriously and continued telling stories how lost Uncle Ding's father had an affair and was later dishonored by Grandpa Ding. Wu Chen continued beating lost Uncle Ding with the truth of his past. Wu Chen said, "That day, your parents were gravely injured in the attack. It was originally just about a love affair with one person." Lost Uncle Ding shouted, "Stop it! Stop it!" Wu Chen continued, "Now, you have walked down the same path as your uncle." Lost Uncle Ding replied, "How could I possibly be like that beast? You do not get it. 30 years of hard work and you have barely accumulated 1 billion. At this rate, when will you reach the level of a top-tier entrepreneur?" Wu Chen said, "You want to become a top-tier entrepreneur to prove to your uncle that you are the rightful heir to the Ding name? And ultimately, make him regret everything he did back then? Is that why you pushed Tu Pingcheng to his death and forced President Miao to sell the cooperative for a pittance?" Lost Uncle Ding scoffed. The Tu family. He is just a feng shui master, and you are getting involved with that? Who exactly are you?" Lost Uncle Ding added. "The Tu family and I have a bit of history. They're matters I must manage." The Tu family encountering me is like their ancestors' tombs emitting lucky smoke. That little family owes everything to me. I took their technique abroad when no one else understood it, built prestigious clinics, and established traditional medicine, health, and beauty treatments at home. Now, they earn tens of billions a year, thanks to me. I was thinking of expanding the product line by 2 more rounds, even if there are more deceptive elements. So what? Wu Chen replied. The Tu family's teachings follow ancient wisdom. Of course, they will not mess around with you and ruin their own reputation. Lost Uncle Ding muttered. Not making money? Must be something wrong with their brains. Wu Chen asked. And what about the Golden Silkworm Mulberry Cooperative? Lost Uncle Ding said. Without my suggestion of establishing a cooperative, could those small households raising golden silkworms have come this far? But that old Ding promised me priority purchasing rights and then backed out at the last minute. Turning angrily, he shouted, "Old Dung, explain yourself." President Miao explained. Mr. Wu said he wanted golden silkworm cocoons and offered a higher price, so naturally the villagers wanted to prioritize working with Mr. Wu. Wu Chen responded, "President Miao, I do need some supplies, but I cannot take all the goods from your entire village." President Miao said, yes, we were too hasty in our thinking. Lost Uncle Ding growled, "See? This is human nature. Give them face, and they do not know their place." Wu Chen said, President Miao may have lost some ground, but you are being far too extreme. We can calculate the breach of contract penalties, but when calculating, add in Tu Pingcheng's death compensation as well. Lost Uncle Ding sneered. Fine, you have the bigger fist, whatever you say. Wu Chen declared, whether you are trying to reclaim the Ding family or whatever, remember this, the Ding family. I will destroy it for sure. Instead of clinging to that foul-smelling Ding family, why not focus your energy on using your talent to pave your own path to luxury? A few moments later, at Wu Chen's car, President Miao said, "Thank you, Mr. Wu. We were blinded by greed, which led to this disaster. It is shameful." Wu Chen replied, "It might not be a bad thing. If the cooperative had been in his hands, working with him probably would not have gone smoothly. Did you approach him because of a funding shortfall?" President Miao explained, "In the past, we were all small households, working hard but barely making any money. Now that the cooperative has expanded production, we have leased several nearby mountains, so funding is a bit tight." Wu Chen said, "All right then, President Miao, I will invest in your cooperative. Just make sure to give me the best batch of silkworm cocoons." President Miao said, Thank you. With Mr. Wu backing us, we will not think of anything else. We will just work hard." Wu Chen called Wu Yurong and said, "Sister Rong, it has been so long since I have heard your voice." Wu Yurong replied, "Stop flirting on the phone. Get back here soon, you naughty boy. There is something important." Wu Chen thought to himself, I was planning to visit the Tu family since it is not far, but it seems I will have to put that aside for now. Half a day later, Wu Chen said, "Sister Rong, I am here." Wu Yurong suddenly hugged Wu Chen and said, "Little husband, I have really missed you. I want to ravage you." Wu Chen hugged her back, holding her soft behind, and said, "Talking like that does not sound like my sister Rong at all." "Then, shall we?" Wu Yurong interrupted. "Stop! Although I am happy your eyes are only on me, there is a guest at home right now." Wu Chen said, "Eh? Third young madam, how have you been recovering?" Third young lady Chinger said, Men leaving me in Tokyo without a care, and now you do not even see me." Wu Chen replied, "How could I? I honestly did not expect third young madam to be at Sister Rong's place." Third young lady Chinger smirked, such a smooth talker. Wu Yurong said, when I was not leaning on you, I could bear it, but now that you are here in front of me, I cannot resist at all. Third young madam, you are not someone who is shy. How about? Third young lady Chinger said, if it were anyone else, do not even think about it. As Wu Chen looked confused and thought to himself, but if it is Wu Chen, I might consider it, eh? As he looked at the nice scenery. A few moments later, Wu Yurong said, little husband, you are amazing. Third young lady Chinger said, Wu Chen. Wu Yurong replied, I just want you to stay attached to me like this forever. Third young lady Chinger said, quick, me too. 2 hours later, Wu Chen asked, sister Rong, third young madam, what exactly was so urgent that you called me back? Wu Yurong said after dealing with the family mess, the Middle East project is now being led by the Liu family. Finally, the four-family agreement has been finalized. However, unfortunately, the prince we are coordinating with, who is working with the Liu family's third young master, used to pursue me. I rejected him, and now that he sees me as one of the project partners, he has been causing trouble and sabotaging everything. Wu Chen asked, that bad? Third young lady Chinger said, worse. Now even my husband has become the target of their bullying over there. Wu Chen, you have to help him. Wu Chen said, if I go over there, I will need to make some preparations. Wu Yurong added, if needed, I can go with you. Third young lady Chinger said, I am actually looking forward to seeing what tricks you will pull this time. 2 days later, Riyadh Airport, Saudi Arabia, an Arab man said, Mr. Wu, you are finally here. The game development is in its final stages, and I am getting a headache. Wu Chen said, the team at the game center has done well. The completion rate is pretty high. A tech guy asked, boss, is there still a lot to modify? His friend said, when can we get a break and go home? Wu Chen replied, soon. We just need to finish adding the new player guide, debug the hidden levels, fix the collision issues with the air walls, improve some, boss artificial intelligence, stabilize the frame rate, fix lighting bugs, adapt the music and sound effects, and adjust the pre-input settings. The tech guy's soul figuratively left his body as he said, ah ha ha, there are still so many problems. Can we even survive to see the game release? Wu Chen said, small issues. Trust me, your efforts will definitely be worth it. The guy responded, you are just like Lord Liu, always painting a pretty picture. Wu Chen said, not at all. Lord Liu, bring the picture over. As the Arab man opened a suitcase full of money, Wu Chen said, this 10 million cash bonus is for finishing the game and launching it on time. If it does well, there will be additional rewards. Work hard for 10 more days, then you can all go and enjoy the ancient Babylonian scenery. The tech team shouted in joy. Boss is the best. No more talking, boss. I can keep grinding. Oh. 10 days later, on the day of the release of the game Grey Myth, Wu Ning, the Arab man said, this is the first time I've ever been so nervous standing in front of a computer, watching all the data come in. Mr. Wu, this is more nerve-wracking than a gang fight. Shui Ning Zhuozhuo said, the game's theme song is loved by players all over the world. Wu Chen, you are truly amazing. Peng Wei said, on the first day, 5 million copies were sold on Steam, 800,000 on the PlayStation platform, and 500,000 on domestic platforms. The Arab man exclaimed, the first day's revenue reached 1.8 billion? This is just the beginning. Over the next month, the game's popularity will only rise. The revenue will exceed your expectations, Lord Liu. Wu Chen said to himself, the game is a success. Now that we have the momentum, it is time to meet with the Prince of Qatar. Thanks for tuning in. I truly appreciate each and every one of you who took the time to watch this video. Don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe for more content like this. If you enjoyed what you saw, consider sharing my videos or channel with your friends who might also enjoy it. Your support means the world to me and helps my channel grow. Let's keep this community thriving together. Until next time, see you in the next video.